Hey, yo, the Marvel news has been crazy this week. Wolverine variants may have leaked, and the actors who's playing them. Blade should also be filming this year, plus a lot more that I'm going to get into in this video. Now, if you don't want to be spoiled, I suggest you not watch this because this is going to be a spoiler video because we're going to go over everything that's happened this week. All right, so the first thing we're going to get into is this Henry Cavill story. So these rumors of Henry Cavill possibly signing with the MCU started a few weeks ago from the scooper called My Time to Shine Hello. She was the first one that said, hey, Henry Cavill has signed a deal with the MCU. So speculation began immediately. Some people thought he was going to be Cyclops. I also heard rumors of Captain Britain. I even heard people saying Dr. Doom. Now, Henry Cavill had been saying for the past couple years, hey, I'm British. Captain Britain might be a cool role. So everybody was kind of zeroing in on that one. But some of us was like, okay, if he's Captain Britain, where does this fit into the MCU? There's really not any room to introduce that story now unless he's going to be over there on the side of the world with the Skrulls and Sonya Falsworth. Then, of course, all the controversy going on with Jonathan Majors as Kang. Everybody was like, well, maybe he's Dr. Doom. Listen, I never bought that. He just doesn't give me Dr. Doom energy. I honestly was stuck. I had no idea who Henry Cavill could be playing. And I'm usually pretty good at guessing, like, who they've cast these actors for, but I was stuck about Henry Cavill. I was looking at all the upcoming projects, and I was like, yo, who could he be playing and where does this fit? And nothing just came to my mind at all. So, Giant Freaking Robot, which is another scooper or newsletter source, they confirmed the exclusive that Henry Cavill will be playing a Wolverine variant in Deadpool 3. Now, I didn't believe it at first because I was like, why would Henry Cavill sign on to play like this random cameo? You would think an actor of his stature would want like a meteor role. I want to sign a good deal where I can get paid. But Giant Freaking Robot is standing on business and they're saying, nope, he is a variant of Wolverine for sure. They even tagged me on my Twitter and was like, yo, this is happening. Give us the credit for it. Another scooper, Can We Get Some Toast, followed up and verified and was like, yo, I'm hearing the same thing. Henry Cavill is going to be a Wolverine variant. So the rumors are we'll probably see him in a long brown coat. So far, we have Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. There's rumors that Daniel Radcliffe will also be playing a Wolverine variant named Patch. And now we got Henry Cavill as Wolverine. All right, in more Deadpool news, due to copyright leaks, it has been pretty much confirmed that Emma Corrin is going to be playing Cassandra Nova. Now, Cassandra Nova in the comics is Professor X's sister, but in this Deadpool movie, she may just be a variant of Professor X. Because that seems to be the running theme with this movie. There's just a bunch of variants everywhere. We don't know what her motives are. We don't know why she's the villain, but this is kind of where we're at right now. I remember a lot of rumors were swirling way back, and it was like, yo, she might actually be playing Danger. So I'm glad that's kind of been cleared up. We heard so many rumors about who she could possibly be cast as. All right, let's talk about Blade. So the rumor is it is no longer going to be a period piece. Previously, it was supposed to be taking place in like the early 1900s, and I was kind of down with it. I like vampire period pieces because I think it really puts you into the grand scheme of things of how old these jokers really are and how long these creatures have been walking the earth. So I was cool with it. But now it's rumored that they want to make it more present day. The script is currently being reworked. And some things that I'm hearing about Blade, take this with a grain of salt, is the premise of it is kind of like the idea of the vampire population has shrunk so drastically. And it's not a lot of them walking around on the earth. A lot of them could be found in Europe and surprisingly, I've heard even Africa. That's interesting. African vampires. So the movie is pretty much based around the moral quandary of should vampires exist? Because a lot of them didn't have a choice in making this decision. It's rumored that Mia Goth, she's supposed to be playing Lilith, who in the comics was the daughter of Dracula. And then at some point in the comics, they changed her origin to like the mother of demons. I'm sure in this movie, they're probably going to lean more so towards the daughter of Dracula origin, or they may just combine the characters where she's considered the mother of demons as well, because you technically can be the mother of demons if you're a vampire. So I'm hearing that Lilith's goal is to bring the population of vampires up in the world. She wants more vampires. Blade thinks vampires are evil beings and he wants to get rid of them. Now, previously, the rumor was going around that Lilith was coming after Blade's daughter because she wanted to use Blade's daughter's blood to create more Daywalkers. I don't know if that storyline is still tying into the new rumors that we're hearing now, but it sounds like they can kind of go together to me. Now, as far as the period piece change is concerned, I don't know if what they were doing just didn't work out or they're running from the smoke of that Ryan Coogler vampire film. So Ryan Coogler also has a vampire movie coming out. It's supposed to be a period piece as well. And there is heavy speculation that they may be shooting for an October 2025 release date. Blade was supposed to release a couple weeks after it, which would have been November 2025. So these movies were sounding very parallel to each other in the sense that they both were period pieces and they both were coming out very close to each other. So I don't know if maybe they just sat back and was like, let's just change this. We don't want this to sound too close to Ryan Coogler. Or maybe they just decided to change it because what they were working on didn't work and they want to make this story more present day. Now, other rumors that I've heard about Blade is Lilith will have the ebony blade. So the ebony blade is quite interesting because it actually belongs to the family of Dane Whitman. And the user of this sword kind of just feeds into your urge to like keep causing harm to people. So I think if they do Lilith the right way, I think this is going to be pretty dope. So I'm excited for Blade to move. So remember, Blade was supposed to come out in November of 2025. I don't think it's hitting that date at all. It's not going to come out that quick. They were also supposed to be filming in Atlanta, but now they're saying they're moving it to the UK. Which moving the filming to the UK is going to help with a lot of leaks because when these Marvel projects film in Atlanta, for some reason, everything just comes out. I don't know why. I have an idea why, but filming in Atlanta, we find out the whole movie like months ahead of time because everything leaks so heavy in Atlanta. So that's all the news we have for Blade. All right, Giancarlo Esposito is talking about playing Professor X once again. I remember it was either like a year or 2 years ago. There was a rumor going around that at Comic-Con, Kevin Feige was going to announce that Giancarlo Esposito was playing Professor X and Denzel Washington was going to play Magneto. I immediately called BS on that rumor because I'm like, yo, Denzel probably does not want to be locked in anywhere for the next 10 to 15 years. The rumor just never made sense to me personally. Now, what I do think is possible, highly unlikely but possible, is Marvel does have this new Spotlight banner. And is it possible that they can make this little one-off short movie with these two individuals? Yeah, maybe. I highly doubt it would happen because one, it would be extremely expensive. And two, it really wouldn't help the business of Marvel at all. Would it be fun to watch? For sure. But like business-wise, it just wouldn't make sense to do it. You know, that is the great thing about DC. That doesn't have to connect to their cinematic universe. So if they have just like a creative idea and they want to explore it, they have the freedom to do so. Marvel is a little bit more restrictive because as they stand right now, they have trained their audience on continuity. Now, could they possibly show up as variants? That might be cool. But yeah, they're definitely not making both of these guys black. It's not happening. Professor X, I can see that happening. I can see, you know, if you want to race swap one or the other, Professor X is the more likely subject. Magneto is slightly possible, but I truly doubt that'll ever happen. It's been revealed that the TV show coming out this year about Agatha Harkness has a new name, and it's simply just going to be called Agatha. Now, it was originally known as House of Harkness. Then they changed it to the Coven of Chaos. Then the Darkhold Diaries. They just kept switching the names on this show. Now, the rumor is all these different names that we were seeing for the show may actually be episode titles. So this is what we've heard so far. Agnes of Westview, Coven of Chaos, The Witch's Road, Darkhold Diaries, and House of Harkness. You know, the delays have really drained the excitement out of this Agatha show, so I'm a little concerned about it. I really hope that it's good, but I know that the fans have been really unimpressed lately with MCU shows that center around women. And this show is heavily focused about women because it's about witches. So I really hope that it turns out well because It's the next live action project up after Deadpool, I'm almost sure. But that's all I have today. Thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. And peace.